All right, guys, this will be a really quick video on how to set up the length of pull of your rifle. So I wanted to briefly discuss this because I see it so often in classes, I see it in the military, I see it all over the place where people have heard one of two really idiotic statements at some point in their career, and they've kind of just rolled with it. So the first of those being, in a CQB environment, you want to run your stock fully collapsed. That's stupid, don't do that. The other being, if you're a grown man, you should have your stock fully extended. Equally as stupid. Don't necessarily do that. So how do we set up a proper length of pull? This is adjustable for a reason. You're adjusting it to you, to your anatomy, okay? So how do we establish that good length of pull for you specifically? First, you want to establish that firing hand grip, okay? Just like you would if you were engaging a target. Now, I'm going to take my arm and put it at 90 degrees, and the goal is to have the back of the stock in the crook of my elbow, all right? Maintaining that firing hand grip, 90 degrees, that's a good length of pull. If I listen to the YouTube nerds and fully collapse my stock, well, where am I at now? There's a massive gap between the back of the stock and the crook of the elbow. If I listen to the other half of the YouTube nerds and fully extend it, now I have to reach to make this firing hand grip work. This is not comfortable. This is not conducive to performance. This is not ideal in any way, shape, or form. All right. So for me, one click in from fully extended puts me right at 90 degrees. That's a good length of pull for me. You need to figure out what works for you. Now, what are the detriments of running an improper length of pull? Well, you're not going to be able to build a good structure behind the gun if you don't have a proper length of pull established, okay? If this is too long, you're going to have to blade your body, meaning pulling your firing side shoulder away from the target to make this work, okay? Your eye relief is going to be all jacked up. If I collapse this, I'm going to have the same issue where my eye relief is all jacked up. I'm all compressed and tight in here. That's not conducive to performance whatsoever. Going from standing to kneeling to prone or any other alternate shooting position like this is going to be a nightmare. And I challenge you to try to shoot prone like this and see how it works for you. Either your eye is going to be all the way in the optic, or you're going to have a big air gap between your body and the buttstock. Okay, that's not conducive to recoil mitigation or follow-up shots. It's not helping you in any way, shape, or form. It's a detriment to your performance. Okay, so I'm sure if you've heard that at some point in your career, fully extended or fully collapsed, they didn't intentionally lead you astray. That said, they're just not speaking from a position of performance or experience. They're regurgitating something that they were told early in their career or that they saw on YouTube from some perceived subject matter expert, and they rolled with it just like you did. So going forward, just if you're in a position of perceived authority, please, please, please don't double down on bad information. Don't get dogmatic. If you see good information being put out, disseminate that to your guys. Don't. They would much rather see you take in new information and change your stance than double down on nonsense, right? So anyway, if you guys have any questions on setting up length of pull of your rifle or setting up a rifle in general, feel free to let me know, and I'll see you next time.